Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's flight Springbok 308 from Cape Town International Airport to Johannesburg, Vatsim. We're going to be flying with ATC today. There's a Vatsim event. I think it's called the South African Air Bridge, or something of the sort. So it's going to be plenty of traffic, plenty of ATC for us today. You can already see someone is lined up there on the runway. So we're standing on stand Alpha 6, and we're going to start from Corland Dock and going to take you through the pre-flights and everything. So let's get this baby started. So we're going to start with the battery motors 1 and 2 and enable the ground power. With that, we're going to bring in some displays over here. There we go. Right, let's start here. Nav lights we're going to put on just to let the ground crew know there's someone in the cockpit. There we go. And interior lights if they are needed. I think they are going to be needed. So let's turn those on. There we go. Let's go into the second MCDU and start loading in some data. Loading fuel. There we go. I'll just grab my SimBrief file over here. Right, so passengers are going to be 1 to 8. It's going to be a full flight. We're not going to start boarding right now. Cargo is going to be 3.2. And if I didn't mention yet, we're flying the Aerosoft A320 over here, really nice aircraft. Fuel is going to be 7.6. There we go, we're going to start loading the fuel now. Let's start some cockpit pre-flight. Engine masters 1 and 2 are off. Engine mode selector is normal. Flaps, definitely down. Speed brake, retracted. Anti-skid on. There we go, anti-skid is on. Flight director is on. Radio panels on. There we go. Not going to tune anything yet. No smoking sign can go on. That's over this side. No man. No. There we go. No smoking signs and seatbelt signs can go on. Thrust idle transponder mode is standby. Because we're connected to Vatsim, we are automatically set to standby. And that is on indeed. And transponder is set to standby. Right, auto bleed packs, everything is on. APU gen, fuel pumps we can turn on so long. So fuel pumps are going to be these boys over here. Nice. And we can turn on the hydraulic electrical pump over there in the corner. I'm going to hear the barking dog. There it is. Ground proximity warning system. That is indeed on. And we can turn the ADRS to nav. There we go. So everything seems to be working okay for now. Yeah. Cool. So we're going to start doing the pre-flights right now. I mean the MCDU data entry over here. So we're going to reset IRS to nav. We're going to go to the flight plan page, the init page, and align the IRS along, because that's going to take a few minutes. It's going to take about 5 minutes to align. While we wait for that, we can put in some data over here, and we're going to listen to the ATC as well. Facts to follow. Our flight number today is Springbok 308, so that'll be, let's say, A308. Nice. Cost index. Let me just grab my SimBrief data. Cost index today is going to be a breezy 5. Very fuel efficient. And our cruise altitude is going to be flight level 370. There we go. Now we're going to go to the departure and arrival airport. So that's also at the flight plan page. So I'm going to, over time, let's listen to the ATC first and make sure we have the most recent information. ATC frequency is 127.0, so let's tune that in. 127.0, and we'll also test that Vatsim is working.
Plus 13, QNH1012. Confirm you have information, Bravo.
Information Bravo.
Cape Town International Airport information, Bravo.
Yep.
1600. Runway 19 are in use. Expect hills approach. Zone VMC. Transition level surface 1220 degrees. 13 knots. Traffic. Temperature plus 22. Dew point plus 13. QNH1012. Confirm you have information, Bravo.
Okay. So, ATC work. I just wanted to make sure we're going to use runway 19 here. So the departure is going to be 19, and according to my flight plan, we're going to be using the Teton-1 Bravo departure. So let's find that. Teton-1 Bravo. Let's insert that. It's going to take us to Teton. After that, we're going to be taking a group. We're going direct to A group. So next waypoint is A group. I'm just going to make sure that we can take in these waypoints. Yep. And then after E group, we're going direct to IPTEC. So E group, then IPTEC. Funny names. IPTEC. There we go. Next waypoint. And then from IPTEC, we're going direct to Ibris to Nibix. So Ibris. And then Nibix. And from Nibix, we're going to do the arrival. Nibix. There we go. So that is the flight plan for now. We're not aligned yet. Once we're aligned, we can just go through that waypoint route and just check the constraints. Right. So arrival procedures are in. We're just going to wait for, just check, make sure there are no discontinuities. And what? No, that's wrong. It should be Teton and then it should be IPTEC. What? Okay. Let's just check here. I think it's because those waypoints aren't in the database. So it isn't like picking them up and putting them there like somewhere randomly. So I'll just leave it to Nibix for now. If ATC instructs us to go directly somewhere, we'll just do it. So next up, we're going to init page 2 and just putting in the block fuel over there. So how much was that? That was 6.7, wasn't it? 7.6. That's block fuel. There we go. Then the performance page, we're going to put in flaps 2 takeoff today. We're not going to do any derates or fancy stuff like that. V1, 112, V2, V rotate, 123, and V2 is 125. So because this is an Airbus, it's going to automatically fill those in. Right, so now we're going to just make sure that the landing system and everything is fine, and then we're going to start contacting ATC. So just go to the flight plan page, departure, just make sure that it's Teton-1 Bravo. Cool. So yeah, let's check in with ATC and then just make sure everything is looking okay. So ground frequency today is 121.9. Just going to check and just make sure radio is working and everything. Cool, we are Springbok 308 at stand Alpha 6. Captain Ground, good evening. Springbok 308 with you, Alpha 6, request radio check.
Springbok 308, welcome to Cape Town International Airport. You are cleared to Vatsim. After runway 19er, comply with the T10 1 Bravo departure. Initial altitude is flight level 90. Departure frequency is 124.8 and your squawk is 1373.
Right, so we're clear to Vatsim via runway 19 and the T10 Bravo departure. Initial altitude flight level 90, departure frequency 124.8, squawk 1373. Springbok 308.
Springbok 308, just confirm your squawk for me, 1373.
Squawk 1373, Springbok 308.
Springbok 308, your repack is correct. Report when you are ready for push and start.
Wilco, thank you very much, Springbok 308. Okay, so we just got our departure frequency in anyway, so we can just put in our squawk frequency real quick. That's going to be 1373. Seven. There we go, and it's still going to be on standby. Our initial altitude is going to be 9,000, and we're going to fly via the Nebex on Bravo departure under the T10 1 Bravo. Let me just make sure T10 1 Bravo. There we go. 124.8, so we can put that in so long. 124.8. Nice. So we're just going to finish the pre-flights and then okay, copy preparation. Landing system is off. EFIS arc mode is to 10 nautical miles. Yep. FTU, everything is dashed, and then cool. So now we can start the APU so long. Going to put on the master. Wait for the flap open to show. There we go. Then we're going to start the APU slot. And then we can start boarding the passengers. Right, so fuel is loaded. Nice. Once the APU is started, we can just switch over to that and finish this part of the flight. Okay, so APU bleeder, just make sure that is indeed on. Red lower panel, nope. APU bleed is on. So once the APU is on, we can turn off the external power because yeah, the APU is started.
Springbok 308, get on ground.
Springbok 308, proceed.
Just radio check out, you read me?
Reading you 5x5, Springbok 308.
Thank you.
No problem. Funny guy. Okay, so let's just make sure that is fine. External power is off. Just go to the visual cockpit real quick. Okay, so we're loading the passengers. I'm just going to instantly load them. Oops. Cool, and then we can close all the doors, close that, and remove ground services. There we go. Nice. Just make sure the APU bleed is on. There we go. Now the packs are going to work, and we're going to get some nice warm air in here. And the APU gens are on. What we're going to do now is just make sure that our route is fine. So we're going to go into the plan mode. Just make sure of our route. Flight plan. see, we don't want those kind of discontinuities, so we're going to remove CTV20, or the 1701. I'm going to clear that and clear the flight plan continuity. Now it's a bit better, and that should take us direct to Nibix, if I'm correct. Teton, and then we're going to go to Nibix. There we go. So everything is looking okay. We can start preparing the aircraft for engine start. Engine start procedure: APU master, APU start, APU bleed air, parking brake is on. Throttle levels are set to idled, barometric reference 1012 QNH, seatbelt sign, section on power, and the beacon light can go on as well. There you go. Let me just grab the ground movement chart. I should have it somewhere, just gonna make sure about the taxiways we're going to be taking. Okay, I don't seem to have it, so let's just go find it. Factory ground movement chart, there we go. Just going to download that real quick. There we go, so that's with me. We have the departure frequency 124.8 tuned in. Although it is showing 119.7, so I'm just going to put in 119.7. I'm just going to ask on the taxi. So the thing is, we're probably going to be taxiing via A1 to A2. So A1 and A2 to holding points A2 for runway 19. Right, so let's ask push and start clearance. Cape Town ground, Springbok 308, ready for push and start.
Springbok 308, push and start is approved facing north.
Push and start approved facing north, Springbok 308. There you go. So, engine start, parking brake is off. We can start the pushback trucks along. Going to put the engine mode selected to start. And going to start engine 2. Into is rising, about 20% in 2 now. And the N1 should start rising as well. There we go. Just gonna make sure the beacons are on. They are indeed, and taxi lights. And turn offs are on. Engine speed is rising. Lovely day at Cape Town. There's a little Skyhawk doing some tings probably. Okay, we can start engine 1.
Springbok 308, Cape Town ground.
Springbok 308.
Springbok 308, Cape Town approach just came online. Your new departure frequency will be 119.7.
New departure frequency 119.7. Thank you very much, Springbok 308.
No problem.
Right, we're going to stop right here at the line. Put on the parking brakes. There you go. Just going to make sure the engines are stable at idle. And then after that, we're going to put the mast to on and then the parking brake back on. Okay, the engines are almost stable. Going to put the mode selector to normal. I'm going to put flaps to 2. Just going to go to the lower panel and just turn the APU bleed off and make sure the engine bleeds are on, which they are. Our strobe can go on. And we can also turn off the APU. There we go. Let's just do a quick flight control test. There you go. So let's request our taxi clearance. Springbok 308, request taxi.
Springbok 308, taxi to runway holding point 19. You are cleared to cross runway 16 via Alpha.
Clear to holding point runway 19. Clear to cross runway 16 holding point Springbok 308.
Springbok 308, and when you cross runway 16, you can contact tower on 118.1.
Contact tower on 118.1 once crossing runway 16. Thank you very much, Springbok 308. Okay, let's go. Let me just quickly make sure my auto rudder is on. Let me just quickly check that. There's control shift Q, control shift O, control shift Y, control shift U. That should work. There we go. Okay. Right, while we're heading there, let's just turn the auto brake to max. We're going to arm the spoilers and we're going to do the takeoff config test. Everything is normal. Nice. And we're going to go over to 118.1. Okay, so auto brake max XU dash takeoff config with the radar director is on, and then before takeoff with the radar transponder to
Oscar Charlie Papa, stand by, I'll give you a call back along with that.
I'm going to cross runway 16 and hold short of runway 19. Okay, so let's just hold short here and contact tower. Cape Town Tower, Springbok 38 with you, holding short runway 19.
Springbok 308, 308 to Cape Town Tower, good afternoon. Line up and wait, runway 19.
Good evening, good sir. Line up and wait, runway 19, Springbok 38. Okay, so let's just do the before takeoff, just make sure it's better.
Oscar Charlie Papa, after discussing with my colleagues, report finals runway 01.
We'll go in final 01, Oscar Charlie Papa, thank you.
Okay, before takeoff, press sequence, strobe lights, landing lights. There you go. So, before takeoff briefing, we're going to put 50% thrust, then flex turbo power. We're going to pull back on the stick, and once we're in there, we're going to enable autopilots to take over the flight. Pretty easy from then. We can put in approach as 119.7 long. There you go. And we are flaps 2. Now just waiting for ATC. Not too sure why we have to wait so long, but I'm sure ATC has reason. I think it's because of that Cessna over there. He's going to line up at 01. Springbok 38, lined up runway 19.
Springbok 308, yes, my apologies, there'll be a small delay, just sorting some VFR traffic out for you.
No worries, Springbok 38.
So, Oscar Charlie Papa, final runway 01, 1,200 feet.
Oscar Charlie Papa, roger, you cleared for the circle to land approach runway 19er, report finals runway 19.
Clear circle to land runway 19, we'll go in final, Oscar Charlie Papa.
Is this guy going to land? Oh no, he's going up now. I was about to say, yo, Ish, this guy, this dude, look at this dude.
Springbok 308, cleared immediate takeoff, runway 19er, winds 220 degrees, 13 knots.
Cleared for takeoff from a 19 Springbok 38, thank you very much. Right, there we go. 50% N1. Everything's looking good, so go. Speed alive. V1, rotate. Positive rates, gear up.